What's up guys, this is Yasin, and we just got the OCG ban list. I don't really know what to expect except for the forbidden cards because those ones were spoiled to me. And yeah, I mean obviously in the OCG, Konami is super transparent with their players. They always say in advance on, by the way, you guys will receive the ban list that day and it'll start being valid since that day. And obviously we're talking about July 1st, so in just like a week or something. So yeah, let's check it out. As usual, smash the like and subscribe button, and again, this is a live reaction. Okay, so for the ban cards, like I said, I already knew that. So Appaloosa as well as number 67 Paradise Smasher. Appaloosa was especially banned because of malice, because they make it so that your hand traps will literally never do anything. They don't even have to, think about having to play around Nibiru by, playing it safe, getting all the resources in the grave, making sure that the white binder can set the GWC, or having the hair in rotation, whatever. No, they don't care about any of that. So Appaloosa just negates the Nibiru, and it's obviously very frustrating. But it's also a card that is just being abused by everyone, so obviously good riddance. It's better having a game without Appaloosa than having a game with, because the hand traps are supposed to be there to make sure that you kind of have at least somewhat of a fighting chance going second. So when you also create a card that really rewards the player going first way too much, then it starts being unfair. And yeah, you can make the argument of Appaloosa is also good going second, but it's not on the same level as Appaloosa going first, so yeah. Number 67 Paradise Smasher being banned. Obviously, good riddance. It's really good for the non-K9 players, because obviously it's really frustrating when you get to overlay 3 level 5 monsters for a rank 5 that can have a 92% chance of being like pretty much an Azathoth for the opponent's turn, like a Shockmaster. Obviously, it can backfire. It has like a 3-something% whatever chance to just do nothing or to play against you. So I forgot the exact numbers, but it's around 91-92% chance of successfully resolving Paradise Smasher to beat the opponent. And obviously that's completely degenerate because it lingers, and anything that lingers and is unfair and that like basically just turn skips your opponent should not exist. So like I said, good riddance. Obviously Konami should have done that for a while, better late than never, and hopefully in the TCG we also get Paradise Smasher banned before we even get the K9 cards, because we're most likely not getting a ban list until YCS Vancouver. Yeah, it's gonna be a really dry period. Anyways, for the limited section, this is really stupid. Anti-spell going from 3 to 1. I don't understand why. It's the exact same thing in the TCG. This card should get banned right away instead of just going from 3 to 1. That's really dumb. Wandering Griffin Rider. Yeah, okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. The card was a 3. I actually kind of forgot about that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, from 0 to 1 and then 0 to 1. Okay, you might as well just unlimit the card completely, because both of these cards are one-ofs anyways. So whether you're playing with 1, 2, or 3, doesn't matter. It changes nothing. But I guess they want to do this just because I guess every single ban list afterwards, like, people have something to look forward to. Like, oh, maybe they're gonna semi-limit Griffin Rider now, or unlimited right away, but obviously it changes nothing. So yeah, Griffin Rider is cool to have back for the OCG, but the Brave Token engine has not been played for a while, and the reason for that is because there's a lot of bricks. It's a good engine. In terms of what it does, I actually think it's still one of the best engines to this day. But bro, think about it. Fateful Adventure, Equip Spell. I mean, the Equip Spell is like a really big one. And then there's obviously the Griffin Rider that is a brick, and then everything else is like redundant. Like if you start drawing a bunch of Rite of Aramesia, or like a bunch of Water Enchantress, or like combination of both, it's not necessarily great. That's my issue. It's like, sometimes they also don't even get your engine unless you play like Cherubini. So obviously if you play like Crystron Adventure, it makes sense. But if you play the Adventure engine in your deck just because you want your like an Omni Negate, you might as well just play another deck, honestly. And then, yeah, Nightmare Goblin. It looks really broken, but honestly, think of all the power creep that we had over the years. Like, there's a lot of Link 2s that are good now. It's not like back in the days where the Nightmare monsters were by far the best Link monsters in the game. Like, Phoenix was insane, Cerberus was insane. Think about how SP Little Knight single-handedly made most Link monsters borderline useless, because now there's just an objectively better option out there. When you go IP into something, it's literally always SP. It's never like, oh, I'm gonna make a Nightmare Phoenix on my opponent's turn with IP Masquerena so I can destroy a Speller Trap. Why the frick would you do that when you can just banish the freaking Speller Trap instead? Like, it just makes no sense. Unless you're co-linking your Nightmare Phoenix and you also draw a card, but then you can get ashed, which is really stupid. Like, getting ashed on an effect that basically destroys the Speller Trap. But whatever. So, Nightmare Goblin, I think it's a fine card. It's not broken. By the time you get to resolve Goblin, you've already played so much that your opponent either has nothing, in which case, like, it would also wouldn't really matter too much if you get to, like, get an extra normal summon, but also just another normal summon. What is it gonna change to your life without Firewall and without Summon Sorceress? I mean, we technically have both cards now, but they suck because they're. I mean, Firewall doesn't actually suck in Malice, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like they suck for their real purpose, which was obviously for Firewall it was to summon infinite times from the hand basically, and for Summon Sorceress, the card used to have like no limitations pretty much. But anyways, for the semi-limited section, my bad, I went there too fast. Sprite Jet from limited to semi-limited, nobody cares. And Mass Change second, there's no shot Mass Change second was at 1. There's no way, that card is a 3 in the TCG and it does nothing. This makes zero freaking sense. I'm actually so confused, but whatever. Unlimited, Saber Jar, nobody gives two shits, that card sucks. Zodiac Drancia, right away going from 1 to 3 is very interesting. You don't see this every day. And then Teratop going from 2 to 3. Okay, sure. I guess Crystron players, nobody cares though, because in the TCG there's also like 3 Teratop and it's not really the best build. It's not. It really isn't. So yeah, like obviously in the TCG you can play Kashtira, you can play Millennium. Like those are already 2 better engines to play. So yeah, Rescue's Airlifter. Yeah, okay. No, again, nobody really cares too much because that deck is shit. How many Briggs do you want to play? Again, yes. Namor Throw, nobody cares. Fusion Destiny, alright, sure. And Big Welcome Labyrinth. I guess this is like the best Unlimit out of all these cards, like all these cards there, because at least it's for like an actual real deck that doesn't suck too much, and also it really wants as many Big Welcomes as it can get for sure. I mean, it's way more important than regular Welcome Labyrinth. Okay, so what do I think of this ban list? A lot of unnecessary bullshit. Like, I mean, pretty much all of these cards are like somewhat irrelevant. I mean, Anti-Spell kind of matters just a little tiny bit, but think of all the unfair tier 0 like degenerate cards that if you draw them going first you cannot lose. Like Anti-Spell obviously is kind of like one of them, except if you bricked and then you top deck spell cards and you're like, Anti-Spell is the worst card ever. But obviously in the OCG they have a card that I think is arguably better than everything like that they can play with, and it's a Pointer of the Red Lotus. Like that card is super broken and it's still 3. I mean, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I mean, Konami should address like all of these cards in one shot instead of just being like, yeah, look at how we care about making the game better for everyone by limiting Anti-Spell. But again, nobody's gonna care about this. It's not gonna make the game any better. It's just gonna make it different. Like, and not even different, honestly. It's just gonna make it so that people are just gonna play different cards that just do the exact same freaking thing. It's just, yeah, it's back to square one. So yeah, nobody cares about these cards. And then Appaloosa, that's pretty nice. And Paradise Smasher, yeah, obviously that's a good one, but just not enough. I think it's like a step into the right direction. That's like the best way to make like a politically correct ban list that doesn't like piss anyone off, right? Because nobody's gonna complain about any of these things. Like, nobody's gonna be like, oh, Konami, you ruined my life by banning Appaloosa. I'm gonna quit Yu-Gi-Oh forever. I'm gonna boycott you guys, and I'm gonna tell everyone to never play Yu-Gi-Oh. Nobody's gonna say that. It's not like you're banning every single, I don't know, Malice card, every single Raziel card, every single freaking, I don't know, Vanquish Soul card. Nah. They're not doing that. Obviously, by the way, Raziel is like low-key rogue deck, like in the OCG. Raziel, Gaga. It's not bad, actually. It's not bad. It's not rogue, but it's not great at all. Loonlight is much better. Of course, Loonlight is best deck. You guys can expect a big spreadsheet coming up real soon. But yeah, that's it for this ban list review. You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.